Hello trucker family, Kevin here with the trucker side. We're back with our weekly video of the loads that we book. We are aware, as a quick mention, we are aware that one of the members of our community has requested a more detailed video, a breakdown of the expenses that owner-operators have from these gross amounts that we present here. The video is ongoing, just have some patience please, we'll have that out soon with all the information. In the meantime, as a quick note, we do also say the average for the total miles at the end of every week. But yes, we'll definitely post that breakdown. Thank you for the request. We'll have that ready soon. Starting off, we have Omar. Omar is back after a couple of years of break from trucking, came back with us. Welcome back, Omar. He's self-dispatching himself, so this hard work over here is his work both on the dispatch and on the driving. He had 5 loads this week. He's hauling a reefer trailer. Started off in Pittsville, Wisconsin, going to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. 201 loaded miles, paying $1,100. That's an average of $547 per mile. 45,500 pounds of food products. Temperature set at 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Second load of the week, Stevens Point, Wisconsin to Bowling Green, Kentucky. 666 loaded miles, 164 empty miles, paying $3,200 for the average of $480 per mile. 41,500 pounds of food goods, set at 36 degrees continuous. Then the third load of the week, Shepherdsville, Kentucky, going to Lockburn, Ohio. 226 loaded miles, 91 empty miles, paying $1,700 for the average of $752 per mile. 14,000 pounds of medical supplies, temperature set at 68. Omar took a break, but he definitely didn't get rusty. Look at these rates here, good job. Then the fourth load of the week, 4 out of 5, Columbus, Ohio to Baldwinsville, New York. 466 loaded miles, 14 empty miles, paying $3,300 for the average of $708 per mile. 40,000 pounds of frozen food, temperature set at -10 Fahrenheit. And then the last load of the week, Lake City, PA, going to Rochelle, Illinois. 500 loaded miles, 240 empty miles, paying $1,550 for the average of $310 per mile. 25,000 pounds of frozen food products, temperature set at -5. Good solid work. 7 days of work, Friday to Friday. Omar grossed $10,850 for the truck for 2,059 loaded miles, 509 empty miles, totaling 2,568 miles, for the average of 527 on the loaded and 423 on the total. Excellent job. Welcome back. Next off, we have Manuel. Manuel is hauling a dry van. Had 4 loads this week. Started in Austell, Georgia, going to West Monroe, Louisiana. 489 loaded miles, paying $1,460 for the average of $299 per mile. 44,500 pounds of paper. Then the second load of the week, Hodge, Louisiana, going to McCarran, Nevada. 1,912 loaded miles, 47 empty miles, paying $5,700 for the average of $298 per mile. 43,500 pounds of roll stock. Third load of the week, Reno, Nevada, going to Nampa, Idaho. 400 loaded miles, 15 empty miles, paying $1,700 for the average of $425 per mile. 12,000 pounds of tires. And then the last load of the week, Twin Falls, Idaho to Reno, Nevada. 450 loaded miles, 144 empty miles, paying $800 for the average of $178 per mile. 42,000 pounds of miscellaneous products. All in all, Thursday to Thursday, 7 days of work. Manuel grossed $9,660 for the truck for 3,251 loaded miles, 206 empty miles, totaling 3,457 miles, for the average of $297 on the loaded miles and $279 on the total. Very good week for Manuel, very solid work. Good job, Manuel, good job, dispatch. Keep it going. Then we have Mark. Mark is hauling a dry van. Had 3 loads this week. Started off in Rockford, Illinois, going to Abilene, Texas. 1,050 loaded miles, paying $2,900 for the average of $276 per mile. 41,500 pounds of food products. Then the second load of the week, Wichita Falls, Texas to Waco, Texas, 202 loaded miles, 122 empty miles, paying $1,000 for the average of $495 per mile, 36,500 pounds of fabric woven glass. And then the last load of the week, Arlington, Texas to Randolph, Massachusetts, 1,789 loaded miles, 98 empty miles, paying $5,000 for the average of $279 per mile, 8,000 pounds of telecom equipment. All in all, Friday to Friday, 7 days of work. Mark grossed $8,900 for the truck for 3,041 loaded miles, 220 empty miles, totaling 3,261 miles, for the average of 293 on the loaded and 273 on the total. Very solid work, Mark. Very solid work. Dispatch, you are doing great. Next off, we have David. David had 2 loads this week. He's hauling a dry van. David makes this look easy. Started off in Glendale, Arizona, going to York, PA, 2,266 miles, paying $7,200 for the average of $318 per mile, 20,000 pounds of vanilla cookies. Yummy, yummy. Second load of the week, Baltimore, Maryland to Lincoln, Nebraska, 1,209 loaded miles, 50 empty miles, paying $2,920 for the average of $242 per mile, 43,500 pounds of miscellaneous products. All in all, 6 days of work, Friday to Thursday. David grossed $10,120 for the truck for 3,475 loaded miles, 50 empty miles, totaling 3,525 miles, for the average of 291 on the loaded and 287 on the total. Great work for 6 days. Solid work, David. Dispatch, you guys are doing great. And lastly, we have Patrick. Patrick had 4 loads this week, hauling a dry van. Started off in Chicago, Illinois, going to Temple, Texas. 1,050 loaded miles, paying $3,000 for the average of 286 per mile, 43,000 pounds of beverages. Then the second load of the week, Waco, Texas to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 785 loaded miles, 35 empty miles, paying $2,950 for the average of 376 per mile, 41,000 pounds of steel fasteners. Third load of the week, Nashville, Tennessee to McAlester, Oklahoma, 604 empty miles, 604 loaded miles, 35 empty miles, paying $1,910 for the average of 316 per mile, 37,000 pounds of hygiene products. And then the fourth and the last load of the week, Sand Springs, Oklahoma to Pueblo, Colorado, 588 loaded miles, 97 empty miles, paying $3,133 for the average of 533 per mile. 37 pounds of building material. All in all, Friday to Friday, 7 days of work. Patrick grossed $10,993 for the truck for 3,027 loaded miles, 167 empty miles, totaling 3,194 miles, for the average of 363 on the loaded and 344 on the total. Great job, Patrick. Good job, Dispatch. It has been a great week. Thank you for watching our video. Please share it with others. Share your request if there's anything you want to see. If there's anything you want to hear from us, we're always on the trucker side. My name is Kevin. Have a good day.